It's just the fact that Joe, like, to be honest with you, Tom Brady didn't pass up Joe Montana until like 2 Super Bowls ago.
That's right. Not in my world. I was still telling people, yeah, but Joe Montana until he got 6 and 7. Then
Yeah, he got that. I was like, I couldn't even fight him. I was like, Tom.
When he came back from 25 down in the Super Bowl.
Or you talking about
against Atlanta.
Eagles.
Against Atlanta. When he came back.
Yeah.
That's when I let go of Joe Montana.
Yeah, I was like, but Joe a bad boy. And you know what's funny? I was telling somebody this other day. It wasn't until 2010 we thought that he was better than Peyton.
That's true. Speak on that, because I was still telling people, Peyton Manning is no joke. Y'all talking about Tom Brady? Peyton Manning is no joke. JP, who was on this show regularly, talked a lot about Tom Brady, and him and I would have debates on, well, what about Peyton Manning? And he was like, no, bro, it's not in the same league. I'm like, I don't know. And that was like 2009, 2010.
Yeah, Peyton had more numbers because Tom Brady was a game manager for many of the years. That's like, right. If you look at some of the quarterbacks from back in the day, Peyton Manning was on the track of Troy Aikman.
That's right.
Throw for 3,000 yards, 20 touchdowns, 10, 12 interceptions. That's what trajectory he was really on. And Troy Aikman's their numbers look like trash now compared to now.
He wasn't really throwing the ball.
He wasn't
180 yards a game. They were handing the ball off to him.
They ran the
and
ball.
Throwing, if they were throwing to Michael Irvin, and that's about it.
They was running the ball with their tight end. I mean, their fullback too. Shit, the Moose was getting carries. Yeah. So that kind of changes the things a little bit. So when I look at the players, like right now, I think Peyton Manning is severely underpriced.
Well, he's undervalued from a car perspective.
But I think it's going to intensify. He's about to be all over television. Him and his brother. When they take over the regular Monday Night Football cast,
they just re-up their contract on that.
But I think there's going to be situations. Actually, they were saying that they were going to try to get Peyton and Eli to do, and I mean Peyton and Tom Brady to do television.
That would be special.
I heard something about that recently.
Their personalities are so different. That would be special.
Yeah, because Tom be kind of chilling a little bit, but also. Yeah. Whenever Gronk, let's say Gronk and Tom go into the booth, they're going to get all the money. That's why I got some Gronk stuff, some autographed Gronk stuff from his second year.
People still sleeping on Gronk. I'm telling you.
Gronk is amazing. Gronk is an amazing tight end. I just remember he was, if Aaron Hernandez didn't go crazy, Gronk wouldn't.
That was about to be bananas, man.
He wouldn't have been Gronk.
Both of those tight ends were.
He'd have been great. But it wouldn't have been because Aaron Hernandez was the wide receiver.
He was
the catching. Gronk was the blocking tight end. And people forget that,
And the way Gronk puts down blocks, even to this day, is bananas.
Yeah.
For a man to go in retirement, come back, and put down blocks like that, bananas. Sterling Sharp is definitely
years where Jerry was not the best wide receiver in football. Yeah. It was close.
Yes.
He had some years. He had those first 8 years of Sterling Sharp's career were right on par with Jerry, man. And he was doing it. They had Mikowski, the Magic Man, and then when Favre got there. So he only got I think he got 2 or 3 years with Favre. No telling what he would.
And then he had his neck issue.
No telling what he would have done. But Rice is just so nasty. Like, I think Rice is the only. Tom Brady now has passed up. Like, you can't even argue another player for his position. But Jerry Rice's numbers are Gretzky-like. Yeah. Like, when you look at Gretzky and how far further he is ahead of the next person, I'm hearing Ovechkin is creeping up to some of his numbers. I don't see how, but he's about to be playing 20 years. But Jerry Rice's numbers are insane. Like,
22,285 yards receiving. I always remember that number.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
He averaged almost 1,000 yards a season.
No, he averaged over 1,000 a season.
That's crazy.
But see, 1,000 is not going to be that big of a deal now because they have 17 games. Yeah, so going forward, these guys,
you better have 1,100, 1,150.
Jerry Rice was 18, 17, 15 every year. You had years. With that, you had years with Andre Rison. Andre Rison was a bad man. Like, he was putting up some serious numbers, man. but the Terrell Owens thing, like for him not to be a great catcher of the football, but to be able to apply that much pressure on the team and be that dominant, I just loved his work ethic. Like he didn't drink.
Didn't do anything. I read his autobiography. Didn't do anything.
He loved his grandma. Like, the only thing I don't like about him, you mentioned his grandma, he started crying. Like, that's the only thing I don't like about T.O. But everything else, I got a refractor PSA 10 Terrell Owens. That might be my prized possession of my collection, that refractor card. But I got a bunch of his I have all of his cards. So actually I have a display. This one may turn into the Terrell Owens one. He's the most kind of like my personality type. I love that guy. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. Go and play for hometown Bills this shit. Gronk. Oh,
you think Gronk's coming back, Sharp? You think so?
He's gonna go play for the Bills.
No, I think if Brady's done, I think Gronk is sooner going to announce he's.
They said he wants to play with Burrow. I mean, the Gronk can still do that stuff in spot work. He breaks his elbow every year. Which
he does. He does. He does have an arm injury every year.
He's a lot smaller. Like he did a lot to play though.